Hi. Howdy, howdy, howdy. I'm trying to do a different intro, but I can't. I'm like, you're a goofball. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Teresa here. Bradley is down in the west wing of the house, as we call it. You're in the east? I'm in the west? Okay, see, I don't even know where he is. He's in the west wing. No, east. He's east. I'm in the west. I don't know where he is. He's down that way. I could not tell you sense of direction for me is not, okay? I'm doing well to do the right and the left still, okay? But I'll tell you, I'm going to say, like, okay, you get your Google map on your phone and you're typing in whatever address, and then she says, whoever she is, the Google woman, why can't I pick a guy's voice or something? Why can't I pick a goofy voice or something? But anyway, she's like, turn west. And I'm like, I don't know which way is west, so I'm just going to turn this way. And if it's wrong, you're going to make your did and then tell me to go wherever. I know there's a few places she'd like to tell me to go, but anyway, I digress. It is February 16th, 2022. It is Wednesday evening. It's Wednesday, right? Okay, Wednesday evening at 5:21 p.m. Time flies become fun. I don't know what day it is anymore. I know that Brad's been home for over 24 hours now. Doing pretty well. He's doing very well. He still is having a big issue with dizziness this morning. It really scared me. And of course, we couldn't get our blood pressure cuff, which is just a wrist one, and it's really old anyway. I put new batteries in it, and still no dye. So they wanted him to take his blood pressure all the time and chart it. So we ended up ordering a blood pressure cuff. I really didn't even need that after that. Well, I guess it's good to have, right? What? A blood pressure cuff. Yeah. With us anyway, right? Because I'm like, I didn't really need to order it then. I mean, it was $25, but still, everything is adding up pretty darn fast here. But anyway, so I got to read, and they put him on Celebrex. And I assume they probably gave him some when he was in the hospital, right? And then they were giving him lisinopril in the morning, which he's always taking lisinopril at night. And it was even listed that way, but whatever happened, they were giving it to him in the morning. And they thought that was why he was so lightheaded, and dizzy yesterday. And then his blood pressure was 78/40, which is, So we took it, or I couldn't take it, so I start reading drug interactions. All week, you guys, don't just trust that your doctor knows. Don't just trust that your pharmacist is always going to catch it as good as they are. Because I was reading drug interactions. Number one, aspirin. They have him taking aspirin with it. Number two is duloxetine, which Brad takes. Number three was blood pressure medication. Okay, they already had said, watch his blood pressure medication. Well, we decided they just wasn't going to take it because he really was kind of borderline anyway, and it was a very low dose. So then, still the duloxetine, he has to take it. He has to take the duloxetine. The aspirin they want him to take because they want to try and prevent blood clots. So we're like, and they said the Celebrex is just kind of a stronger form of what your naproxen is, your Aleve. So Brad did the right thing, and he called the doctor's office to find out, the surgeon's office, and he told them what we had researched. I know, and I know they hate it when you do that, but sometimes it really pays. I wasn't looking up medical conditions. I was looking up. Here's this, honey. I was looking up, interactions, because one of the things that said the big thing with Celebrex is, you got it? Yeah. Is don't get too crazy with that young man. Okay, if you can't take it, it's okay. Okay. It doesn't have any actual rotting food in it. Okay. If you want to just leave it, that would be great. Yes, let's do that too. Okay. Anyway, we'll address that in a moment. Well, yeah, honey, it was a grabber, yeah. Okay. He accidentally spilled a container of his medicine. In a minute. But wasn't looking at medical conditions or anything. But one of the big things with Celebrex is dizziness and like heartburn, gas, stomach pain, nausea. Some people can cause constipation and stuff. We wouldn't have any of that. Oh, and another thing, it says that if you're an asthmatic, you shouldn't be taking it. He's an asthmatic, although a mild one, but he is. Like, what is this all? This is not the best choice for him. I mean, and you never know though till you try it how a drug will do for you. Like Meloxicam, I've been given it and it doesn't do a thing for me, right? It works great for him. Metformin. I could not take metformin. They tried me on it twice. I got so violently ill to my stomach. Brad took it for a very long time and didn't have any side effects, and all of a sudden he did. And the nurse said, like with the lisinopril, is now, I guess, not one of the top choices for high blood pressure, because you can take it for a really long time and then all of a sudden you can have problems with it. So I don't know if that's a problem for Brad or not, with something he'll have to address with our normal doctor, with our primary. But so they had him suspend that and go back on the leave. So he's going for a walk outside. That's how good he is walking so much better. Are you okay? I think he's okay. He's going down the stairs. But he's walking so much better, you guys. He's not shuffling his feet like he did. He's actually taken steps. He said he can tell the difference now between that they increased that his left leg by an inch because it was an inch shorter than his right. I think his back really hurt. He says his back really hurts, but I think that's because he's probably using muscles that he hasn't had to use. His back is compensating too. I told him it's very traumatic for your whole body to have surgery. He's never had any kind of surgery. So this is at 61 years of age, he's getting used to his first ever surgery. Most of us have all had a surgery. I had my first surgery when I was a child. Uh, you know, uh, and I've had some surgeries after that, of course. But for somebody who doesn't know how his body's going to react, I turned to Carol and Kathy because they both have had hip replacements, and Carol said no, she didn't have any dizziness, and Kathy said yes, she did. And she was explaining about anesthesia and stuff, and even though Red wasn't on full like anesthesia, like life support, still he was all the way out, and he had a spinal, and his body has never had anything like that. And I tell him, I said, your body is like, what the heck are you doing? So they really helped. I actually started crying when I was reading Kathy's message because it was such a relief, because I feel very lonely right now, because when your spouse is going through something like this and he's sleeping more and stuff, and I'm busy doing a lot of stuff for him, but then you feel very lonely, and I feel scared. Okay, I'm not one that's really great with change and stuff, and this morning he was really wigging me out, guys. I mean, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know whether to call 911. I'm just watching. If he'd gotten any worse, I would have called 911. But like, his pulse was fine, because I have a pulse oximeter, and so his pulse was fine. His oxygen was great. His color was good, and everything. He was just very dizzy, and also his blood sugar was 120, so it wasn't horribly low, but he felt better after he ate something. See, and he hasn't been eating much, and also I think and he even said he's very dehydrated. And they didn't even run any. They had an IV in him, and they never ran any bags of solution or anything. But he was very dehydrated, and so I've been making him, because he hasn't been drinking anything. But I mean, he hasn't been drinking near as much water and stuff. So it's like, I told him, I said, take it easy on the pop. I said, you can at least do 1 glass of water and then you can have a pop and stuff. So he is drinking the Propel. And because I'm like, you got to, I said, this dehydration and stuff is of no good at all. And so he feels better with that. I don't know if he can be able to take that. He's insisting he's going to take that garbage can out to the curb. And don't come after me, people. This boy don't listen for anything. I've had to get pretty firm with him because I'm like, why do you behave for the nurses? But you get home and you start giving me a bunch of crap about what you're going to do, what you're not going to do and stuff. I'm like, this isn't a game, you know. You're not helping me any by being so, and I know he worries about me, but I'm like, I can get it. It just takes me a little longer. Like he was out here sleeping and um, uh, I was doing the dishes and cleaning up the kitchen and that kind of stuff. Um, you know, which that's what you do. That's what you do. So I think we're going to watch a movie together here in a little bit. I'm not sure if he's wanting to watch it out here, if he's wanting to watch it in the bedroom. He insists on sleeping on his bed last night, which was really worrisome because I kept trying to call him and to see if he was okay, and he wasn't answering it. He'd rolled over on his phone. Then he asked me to call him because, I hear, "Can you call me?" and he was laying on his phone, and he still couldn't find it. So I went all the way back there, and it's ringing and ringing, and you're asking a partially deaf spouse, me, to find your phone. Well, I can hear your phone, but I can't tell you where it's coming from. So finally, he was like looking all over around the wall and stuff, and he rolled over just enough so I could see under him. He was laying on it. He did sleep really well last night, though. So he's on his way, guys. He's doing great. I had to get after him about eating more protein, like they said, drinking more water or Propel, or Gatorade Zero, something. And doing his ankle pumps and his home exercises. He did not go to physical therapy. He was supposed to have his first assessment today. He did not go because he was dizzy. He was still dizzy at noon, and he was supposed to have his first therapy session at 1. And he didn't feel like it was safe for him. So we had to reschedule it. So, and because we were busy with him being dizzy and stuff, I did not make my lab appointment. But that's not the end of the world. I'll call and explain and see if I can get in next week or something. It's just a standard thing, check your A1C and all that good kind of stuff. I can't believe that this time I've gone maybe 4 months without seeing the doctor, which is unheard of for me. Knock on wood. That's been awesome. So legs are doing pretty good. I've been able to take water pills for a couple of days, so they're better. I think we might have gotten the toilet unplugged. We're not sure last night. It was flushing beautifully. Brad went in there. He's sitting on a stool, but he was in there plunging. And it's flushing like crazy. It's just flushing beautifully. Again, today, it's like, it's better than it was, but now it's kind of wanting to act up. And I'm like, oh. I just, Brad said the only way, if it's deep down there, would be to remove the entire toilet. He has to buy another wax seal. And it's like, there's no way we can do that right now. I don't want to hire a plumber because we all know how expensive they are. That can cost up to $450. I just don't have that kind of cash right now. Because everything's like scripts and stuff that we've been having to pick up. It's like it doesn't take long to drain your bank account. You're like, I didn't buy extra stuff this time. I mean, I bought some wax melts, but that was it. And which I don't consider extra. I use them all the time in my house. I mean, I'm not like a stinky house. I just ugh, House right now smells like Rice Krispie cookies in the front room. Kitchen smells like hazelnut cream and bleach because I was cleaning out there. Yeah, it's things like I don't think guys think about wiping down all the surfaces, and like I like to even wipe down like the hand soap dispenser stuff. I like it to be nice and shiny and pretty. So at least once a week, now more that he's at surgery, I like get out there and really clean. You know how we women are with the clean. So what he had spilled earlier is he has all these pill bottles. Charlie and Heidi, come here. That he had gotten enough empty pill bottles that he has morning and nighttime, and that works out best for him. So he does when we do the pills, like last night, he does all his morning ones, he does all his nighttime ones, and that way he can just grab one of each. I have a pill, your standard pill organizer thing, but he likes this, so we'll just let him do whatever he likes. So he knocked over the container of those. It's okay, none of the pills spilled, of course, just the bottle. So, oh, I didn't sleep like crap last night. I was so worried about him. Of course, you know how your mind starts going, what if he's not okay? What if he's fallen? And that's what I went almost, for me, walking very fast up to his bedroom because, he hadn't answered the phone and stuff. And I'm like, that's it. I know it. He's fallen and he's dead somewhere. That's it. I just know it. So, and I flip on the light and I'm like, are you okay? And it's like, ugh. And I'm like, are you okay? And it's like, yeah. I'm like, you don't hear alarm going on? Yeah. It was so loud it woke me up in the, let's see, Brad's in the east wing. I'm in the west. Clear out west here. So, he had his favorite for lunch. He had mozzarella sticks, which he absolutely loved. So I had bought a small, or I had bought probably a medium-sized thing of mozzarella sticks because he likes to put them in the air fryer. And, I don't think they're not real bad for him and stuff. So he really loves them. I don't care for them. I used to think I did, but I just don't really care for them. I don't really care for a lot of mozzarella cheese. I don't know. Got a kind of a weird texture. It does. When it melts and it cools, it's like, I don't know. So, I just had a burrito and a few taquitos. So, it's a thing. It's kind of busy, so been kind of just using a little bit more convenient food, which I normally don't do, but, when you're busy taking care of him and all that. We still don't know when he can shower. I told him, I said, tomorrow I got to take him to physical therapy. I said, tomorrow ask them. They'll probably know how long it is till you can shower. I said, and when can you drive a car? I mean, I know they want him on the walker for 2 more weeks, or for this 2 weeks, and then they want him to be over to a cane. He's already been walking through the house on canes. And I told him, I said, you're not supposed to do that until 2 weeks. He'll push it way too hard. And I'm like, you don't want to, have all this be for nothing. You need to listen to what they say. I said, why is the nurse telling me what a great patient you are and you're so cooperative and stuff? I get you home and you are horrible. You don't want to listen. It's like, well, I'm comfortable here. And it's like, you act happier and stuff when you're in the hospital just to get out. I'm like, I know that, but shouldn't you want to act the best with me? I keep telling him, you know that movie, some of you that are older will know that movie, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane? Remember? With Joan Crawford and Betty Davis, who hated each other in real life anyway. And then, so Joan Crawford ends up killing Betty Davis's, who is wheelchair bound, killing her parakeet and serving it to her for dinner. And I keep telling him about that. Because that was an old black and white movie, and I was terrified as a little kid when I watched that. I'm like, I mean, it's not a gruesome movie or anything, but just the idea, when you're a kid, that was, because she's like, where's Tweety? Where's Tweety? You know Betty Davis' voice. And these women were both old when they did this movie, right? So it's just a whole thing of Betty Davis trying to play that she was once this child actor and Broadway star type deal, and now she's in a wheelchair. But she's like, "Where's Tweety? Where's Tweety?" And then Joan Crawford takes off the big covered, silver dish thing, and there's Tweety laying in a bed of lettuce, cooked. Yeah, those two women were just horrifying anyway. Especially Betty Davis, that she got so old and she's still smoking and just, oh Lord, you know. Oh, excuse me, I get a little tired today. Um, but anyway, things are going well, step by step, you know. And next, when I talk to my doctor, we're going to talk about the arms. We're going to have to do something, you know. It was extremely painful even doing household things. But you have to, I mean, you know. So I'm working on this hat. You see what I'm making the diamonds. I did kind of a different type of a diamond thing. I don't know. It almost looks like it's an abstract. I don't know. I think I kind of lost my way. I hope I didn't, but I don't know. Like, oh crap, what are you doing there? Like, kind of lost count. And then when I realized, I'm like, well, I'll just make it look like it was a reverse. Like, like anybody really cares, right? So, I'm so sorry to keep yawning. But yeah, that's about all we have today. You know, well, you know how it goes after his physical therapy. He has it at 11 o'clock tomorrow. And, um, you know, I am his chauffeur now. I don't mind. As long as he's doing better. I'm so thrilled for him. You can see each little thing he does. Each time he can lift that leg up and not have to lift up with just his hands and stuff, it's a triumph. So if you're all putting off having hip surgery because you've heard of bad stories or whatever and stuff, don't. Because, you're going to have, every so often, there's going to be an outcome that isn't, hi, Jellybean, as favorable. But, most people do wonderful with the surgery, and they really know what they're doing, right, Jellybean? Jellybean! Jellybean. Hey, girlfriend. Hi. Are you going to say hi to anybody? No? Jellybean. She was being so silly today, right? She's been waiting all day for Mom to finish doing stuff. I gotta give you guys more water, too. I just noticed that. I've been really going through, because I've had okay, too much TMI, but any of you guys have big dogs know this, that your big dogs, their favorite way to drink water is out of your toilet bowl. That's why I never put anything in the water or anything, because, I don't want my dog drinking blue water. Wouldn't be good for him. So, but I've had the toilet lid closed, the toilet seat lid, because we've been putting Drano down there. We've been putting like Dawn dish soap, everything that we've watched a bunch of YouTube videos, and I don't want them drinking out of it. So they've really been hitting their water dish out here, one of those ones that has a tank up above, a reserve. So they've really been hitting it hard. Normally it's just usually mainly Jellybean that does. So yep. All right. Well, I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so very much. And I hope y'all are doing well. We all have ups and downs in life, of course. So I got to go over here and water my plants. Your plants are doing great. Couldn't be simpler to take care of. So anyway, love you guys. Do cherish your friendship so much. Thank you for the well wishes for the Bradster. He's doing okay. So, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.